Carson is the best hometown in the Army, home of America's best. As one of the Army's youngest installations, Fort Carson, the Mountain Post, is a proud Army post located southwest of Colorado Springs, Colorado, between Interstate 25 and Highway 115. This post is recognized as one of the world's premier locations to lead, train, and maintain while preparing soldiers to win on the battlefield. Welcome to the Central Issue Facility, the CIF. This video is intended to brief you about our mission, the units we support, and the evolution of the CIF into a lean, efficient, and modern operation. Our mission at the Fort Carson CIF is to support all assigned and tenant organizations on installation and provide all the logistics support necessary for the strategic deployment of active component brigades, smaller unit and individual deployments, training exercises, and mobilization of Army Reserve and National Guard units. Individuals authorized to receive equipment at the CIF include active duty personnel assigned to and attached to the 4th Infantry Division, 10th Special Forces Group, 71st Ordnance Group, the 4th Engineer Battalion, 759th Military Police Battalion, 10th Combat Support Hospital, the 43rd Sustainment Brigade, and the 13th Air Support Operations Squadron of the United States Air Force. The post also hosts units of the Army Reserve, the Navy Reserve, and the Colorado Army National Guard. To meet these growing demands, the Fort Carson CIF has undergone significant structural and procedural changes to achieve the state-of-the-art operations and facility you see today. The CIF is open from 7:30 to 1600 daily. All soldiers receiving services from the CIF must possess a valid military ID or a copy of their assignment orders or clearing papers. Customers who are turning in OCIE due to retirement, PCS, or ETS may make an appointment with the CIF or walk into the CIF, return in during normal hours of operation, and be served on a first-come, first-served basis. Soldiers that are being chaptered out of the Army require an NCO escort. Customers who wish to DX an unserviceable piece of OCIE will need a damage statement signed by the first O3 in chain of command. Fair wear and tear do not need a damage statement. For your convenience, you can obtain a copy of your individual clothing record by logging on to the AKO portal under Self-Service, My Clothing link. Or you can obtain a copy at the CIF Customer Service Help Desk, where you can also resolve issues or schedule issue and turn-in appointments. Cash collections, flipple processing, and statement of charges are located at the 2 windows next to the Customer Service Desk. At the time of your visit, we ask that you remember and adhere to a few simple rules to ensure that your experience with us is the best as possible. All tobacco products, alcohol, and firearms are prohibited in the CIF. To prevent accidents and to maintain the highest standard of cleanliness, food and drink are not allowed in the facility. Lastly, please remember to maintain the highest standards of professionalism and refrain from using profanity. It is our promise to extend the same courtesy to you. Upon entering the CIF facility, walk to the kiosk in the waiting area where you will enter your name, social security number, and purpose for your visit. You will then receive a number and wait to be called. When you hear your number called, head through the sliding glass doors to the appropriate station where an employee will help you. For your convenience, we now have a self-service sizing and fitting room. This will allow you to determine the size clothing and shoes you need before heading to the issue stations. We also now have paperless records keeping, which allows quicker file access and significantly decreases wait time. This system allows you to review your records as they are updated and digitally sign forms upon checkout. 10 stations line the interior of the facility, where soldiers can now turn in 100% of assigned equipment at a single location. This redesigned effort for the CIF facility was completed using Lean Six Sigma techniques to enhance the speed and quality of customer service. Issue and turn-in time will be reduced, allowing the new facility to serve customers 5 days a week. For issue, turn-in, and DX. Shopping carts and yellow laundry bins are incorporated into the issue and turn-in process to ease the flow of movement and to assist our customers with the transport of items from station to station and between the parking area and CIF facility. We ask all customers to return the carts to the corral within the entryway of the facility when finished at the CIF. The CIF has started a new full issue process. Personnel reporting to Fort Carson will fill out a sizing sheet on day 0 of their in-processing at the Fort Carson Replacement Detachment. This sizing sheet will be provided to the CIF by the Replacement Detachment. OCIE will be pulled by CIF and prepackaged in accordance with the customer's needs as defined by menus authorized by Unit of Assignment and MOS. At this time, OCIE will be added to the Customer's Installation Support Module CIF record and can be viewed online through AKO. On day 2 of in-processing, soldiers in the rank of Sergeant First Class and above will report to the CIF no earlier than 12:30 to pick up their issue. At this time, customers will digitally or manually sign for all the equipment, validating that the ACH, SAPI, or eSAPI plates and OTV are present. The customer becomes responsible for all OCIE on his or her record at this time. A record of the transaction is provided to them. On day 3 of in-processing, the Replacement Detachment will provide a truck and a detail of soldiers to pick up prepackaged customer issue for all soldiers Staff Sergeant and below, no earlier than 10:30. OCIE will be transported to the Replacement Detachment where it will be issued by CIF personnel to the in-processing soldiers. At this time, customers will validate that the ACH, SAPI, or eSAPI plates and OTV are present. The customer becomes responsible for all OCIE on his or her record at this time. A record of the transaction is provided to them. Soldiers will have 5 calendar days to complete the inventory of their OCIE and return to the CIF in order to report any shortages. Shortages of anything, less the validated 3 items, will be provided to the customer within 5 calendar days without question. All soldiers are required by Army regulation to complete a joint inventory with their gaining unit upon arrival and update this inventory on an annual basis. The Fort Carson CIF is committed to providing exceptional customer service through increased operational efficiency, effective communication between staff and customers, and implementation of effective business practices to continuously improve customer satisfaction. Please note the following CIF commandments here at Fort Carson.